Welcome to Spirit Medium Laura Mediumship and Messages. Here you can enjoy healing to happiness with exceptional, evidential, and ethical spirit communications. Spirit Medium Laura has been channeling spirit for over 30 years. She is a research medium and is featured as a top 100 psychic in America. Here is Spirit Medium Laura now.
Hi, everybody. This is Laura. Welcome to the show. Today we will be doing some mediumship. That means connecting to the other side. We will also be doing life readings and perhaps some of the other things I do, which is a blend of mending, which is healing, metaphysical counseling, medical intuition. There's a whole gamut of things that can come through during the show. For details about the things I will cover and also an outline of the agenda, the timeline, so on and so forth, everything I'm about to say, everything is on a website for the show called spiritmediumtv.com. That's spiritmediumtv.com. This show is simultaneously being broadcast out to various social media besides Blog Talk Radio in a video format on, for example, Google Hangouts on Air, which is Google TV, which goes to YouTube, as well as Facebook, Twitter, and a gamut of other places. So if you want to watch the show live, you can watch it on spiritmediumtv.com. Unless you're already watching it on those other places I just on social media. So spiritmediumtv.com allows you to watch me making a royal fool of myself, because on this show there is nothing hidden. Everything is revealed, including about me. I make myself available and vulnerable, just like I might peer to your soul and do the same. And certainly I'm going to the other side. So it should be very, very interesting and very, very exciting. So the beginning 15 minutes or so of the show is going to be me yangling and dangling as I am right now, googling and gaggling about this and that. Today's subject will be funning for fatigue. That's F-U-N, not running, but funning for fatigue. And we'll talk about that in a moment. Then there'll be a prayer, meditation, energy connection, some channeling of a group message. I have been channeling the ones, which are light beings that are part of the Ascension group. Probably from the Pleiadians. Well, not probably, they're from the Pleiadians and the Galactic Council, although they don't care to identify themselves anything more than they are light beings that are helping Earth evolve and move towards greater light. So as you can tell from listening to me, it's like, whew, how does Laura function on Earth? I don't know the answer to that question, because I am twisted and turned in so many directions from the spiritual realm, between channeling light beings and all that Palladian stuff to connecting with the other side and all of that other side stuff, and then working on you and your life purpose and your soul and doing soul-based spiritual healing kind of reading. So I've got it all going on, and hopefully it's helpful to you. Okay, so let's go to the focus subject for today. Oh, wait, I do have to make a couple of announcements before I do that. So, as I mentioned, spiritmediumtv.com is the website for the show, and there you can get a 25% discount off a private session with me. That's item 1 on that page. Item 2 on that page is how to win a private session with me. And I'll tell you right now, the secret is just join the mailing list on spiritmediumtv.com, and you will be in to win a private session with me for the month of April, or the month in which you join, as you might be listening to the show at a future date and time. The third thing on that page is how to jump the queue. If you have an urgent matter that just can't wait, donate $8 and jump the gate. That's item 3, is to donate $8 and you will jump the gate and be at the top of the reading queue. We have a moderately full queue today, and usually what happens is this is a very good turnout for Wednesday during the day, so I don't know if I can get to everybody, but we'll see. Yep, looks like it's getting very full. Okay. And you never can tell. I mean, Monday night was very quiet. Today is busy. It's during the day. Who knows? Who understands? I don't really know. Okay, so that's the third thing on that page, spiritmediumtv.com. And the fourth thing I already mentioned, which is to watch me live in front of a camera, video camera, simultaneously broadcasting this show in a video format. Ooh, that's really riveting, I might add. Watching me in front of a camera roll my eyes or keep my eyes closed or make funny faces or show the bags under my eyes, blah. Not a lot of fun for me, but hopefully makes this show more engaging and more connecting for you. Okay, so focus subject again. Funning, F-U-N, funning for fatigue. Okay, so every time I do this show, I like to have a focus subject of something that's relevant in my life currently that I think is important for everyone else as well. So lately I have been very, very fatigued, very tired, and for various reasons, which I won't bore you with. I know why, but nevertheless, with this extreme exhaustion. You can even see it around my eyes and my face. Very, very tired, which, by the way, makes it even hard to do readings. My mental acuity is kind of foggy, and I'm doing everything I can do possibly to get it cleared up, and I'm coming along, but just to let you know. So, ironically enough, all of a sudden on TV, I see Arianna Huffington. She publishes the Huffington Post, if any of you have read it. She's fairly liberal in her politics, very liberal in her politics, and has all kinds of interesting columns in her publication. Anyway, right now she's written a book called Sleep, S-L-E-E-P, and it's all about the fact that, all about the insight of how we in Western culture really don't rest enough. And she goes so far as to say, which I agree with, by the way, that rest, or sleeping and taking rest or naps, or whatever it is not the manly or macho thing to do. That we, as perhaps an Anglo-Saxon based value system, we believe in a stiff upper lip, that work ethic, working very, very hard, and sometimes to the detriment of our own welfare and well-being. As a matter of fact, Arianna Huffington's quote-unquote wake-up call, you'll see what I mean by that in a moment, her wake-up call was falling down, collapsing, and breaking her, I think it was her cheek, cracking her cheekbone, because she was so tired that she lost consciousness, or I think that's what she said, lost consciousness and fell to the ground, or had a fall. And so she literally had a wake-up call that she was so fatigued that it was becoming extremely deleterious to her own welfare and health. And so she wrote this very insightful book, and she goes into what are the causes of it. Some of them are attitude, as I just mentioned, and value systems of Western culture. So how many of you out there are guilty of this? Okay, as I wrote the article, I was thinking to myself, well, I'm not guilty. I mean, I know I'm tired, but I don't think I have an attitude that rest is bad, or that I'm not strong enough, or good enough, or bright enough, or whatever the heck it is. I didn't think I was on that wagon, but by the end of the article, I realized something which I'm about to share with you. So the thing about rest, thing about fatigue, is that we don't pay attention. We just go forward. We try to fight fatigue. Okay? We try to fight it. We don't endorse it, because if we endorsed it, or if we acknowledged it, we would fear that we are not strong enough, we are not healthy enough, we are not good enough. And so I'm going to go a step further than Arianna and talk about the fundamental underlying cause of fatigue is not honoring thyself in some very, very strong and significant way. So guys, it's not all about just the surface stuff of being tired. It's about the underlying stuff of feeling worthy of rest, worthy of fun, F-U-N. I had a friend, actually I even thought this myself when I was in my 30s, that the meaning of life is fun, F-U-N, fun. And although it may sound a little bit trite, and certainly could have been, since I thought of it when I was in my 30s, where fun was everything to me, but the pleasure principle, abundance, prosperity, happiness, fun truly is a very important theme that we should all acknowledge as well as honor. So what I came up with was this idea that even I am not planning fun into my life, but rather planning fatigue into my life, with this sense that I have to push myself, that I'm not doing enough, that I'm not, working hard enough. So a sense of deserving and a sense of entitlement, or just a sense of knowing that abundance is there for me without a lot of work associated with it, is a belief system. It's not necessarily true that you have to work really, really hard and you have to be really, really tired to deserve prosperity, wealth, and enjoyment of life. So I want you all to think about that for a moment. And actually, we're going to do a little exercise about it. So if y'all would just, we'll do it as we go into the channeling message section. Somebody's writing me a letter here. Just to let you know, darlings. Oh, she's so cute. Gail, honey, just wrote in the chat room. If you don't call in, I usually don't get to the chat room. So you're going to have to call in that guest call-in number, which is, and this is good for everyone to know, 347 area code 945 5849. And if you're in another country and you don't have long distance calling, international calling, you can simply use Skype. I hope that that helps. But I usually don't go to the chat room because I have enough callers, and I prefer to work directly with you so that I can get feedback to things that come through from Spirit. Okay, so let's go into a meditation, a prayer, an energy connection. Then I'm going to guide you through an exercise that is funning for fatigue. And then I will switch to the ones, and they will provide a group message for us all, me included, by the way. They don't ignore me. I benefit from this as much as you do in many ways. So, if you would all please sit back in your respective chairs or lounge chairs or beds or wherever the heck you are, and uncross your arms and legs, starting to breathe deeply from your abdominal area, breathing in deeply and exhaling deeply, utilizing your abdomen area. This is shown to allow us to go to a deep meditative state more rapidly. Breathing in deeply from your abdominal area again, please. And exhaling deeply from that same location. Now I would like everyone that is wanting a connection or reading to do the following. If you would please call in your loved ones from the other side. If you're wanting an other side connection, and if you're wanting a life reading or healing or whatever it is you want, please ask that Spirit answer your questions today, either during the show or during the day. Okay, so go ahead and do that assignment, continuing to breathe abdominally. And while you do that, I'm going to go off and do the prayer. I'll be back in a second. Good. And so now what I'd like you all to do, on your next exhale of breath, I would like you to release into your space your energy. And I will connect us. One moment, please. Okay, good. A lot of blue light for the audience today, and blue is usually the color to represent peacefulness, serenity. So I would say maybe some people need to be just calmed a bit today and told everything's going to be all right. Blue is also the color of communications, as it has to do with the throat chakra. So we might have some people who earn their living, or should be, as communicators. Okay, and so before I go into the channeling, I would like you, please, if you have paper and a pen handy, or at least give it a thought, the following. I would like you to think of a couple of things that you're really wanting to do lately in your life, things that would be fun. For example, you might want to take a trip, and you've been holding back because you keep thinking, I don't have enough money, or I don't have enough time, or I don't have someone to travel with, or whatever the reason, or I have children and I can't travel. Put down what it is you want. I want more money. I want to go buy this or that thing. I want to get this done. Blah, blah, blah. Put down 1 to 3 things in your mind or on paper that you're wanting to do right now. That would be fun. I want you to feel the energy that you feel when you think about having it. Pick the top thing on your list and then feel the energy. Just daydream about having it for a moment. Oh boy, doesn't that feel good? Do you feel like you're getting more energy into your body? Maybe more air into your lungs? Maybe you just feel lighter when you think about it. The purpose of this exercise is to show you that when you have things to look forward to, when you have fun in your life, your energy will flow better. Okay, so don't overlook the importance of fun to fatigue. Without fun, you'll be fatigued. And I don't care what illness you have, fun will improve your health. Okay, so what I'd like you all to promise yourself today is to pick something on the list and then later today, see how you can add it into your life. If it's a big thing, it may take a number of steps. It may take a long-term goal and then working at it every day. If it's a shorter term thing, then just do it today. So for example, if you wanted to take a trip, today you might plan the date. You might also set up a bank account or savings system. Maybe you'll take lunch to work every day versus eating out and start putting part of your money into this travel fund, if you will. And in the interim, finding ways to travel with people. If it's your spouse or boyfriend, if it's your children, if it's not either of the two, if you are solo, maybe find a traveling club. You see, all these things are surmountable if you just give it a moment's thought. And once you've planned it into your life, you'll have more energy. You have more control over your happiness than you realize. Okay, let me go to the channeling. Hold on one moment, please. We are here. Yes, indeed, we are the ones here to speak with all of you about love. You know we usually do speak about this, but always from a different perspective each time we have a chance to talk to you. Loving thyself is one of the most important nourishments that you can give to yourself. It is not selfish to love thyself, nor does it harm the group energy. In contrast, it actually elevates the energy of all. When you are taking responsibility for your own nourishment, your own nurturing, and your own kindness to self, you will find that everyone around you, everything around you, is affected and improved. You are an energy being first, and your energy does emit or extend from your form, your physical form, out into all others about you. One of the interesting things about Earth, one of the reasons you are on Earth, is to experience the illusion of separateness, that you are separate, that there is cause and effect, but there is no unification. We would like to explain there is no cause or effect. There is just a stream of energy. There is just the now. There is no separation between you and others. And so as you raise your vibration, you raise the vibration of all around you. And then as their vibration, yours in turn is raised. So we have a circle of life that is extremely important to understand, to acknowledge, and to participate in. Each of us has a part in raising the group, raising the total vibration of the whole. So if you would like to participate in this, if you would like to live with a higher state of awareness and raise your vibration to a miracle frequency, then you must take responsibility for the thoughts and actions that you do every day. The most important action that you could possibly do every day is to enjoy your life. And therefore, having fun, as was mentioned earlier, is so very, very integral to vibrational shifts and change. Raise your vibration through enjoyment of life. Namaste. Yeah, as I said, I get a lot out of this too because I forgot. I'm one of those people that works really, really hard and forgoes personal enjoyment for the sake of accomplishment or whatever it is. I don't know. Maybe it's not feeling good enough or something, but I'm sure many of us can relate to that because we're all living in the Western culture here. Okay. Uh, all right, I'm going to go to Patty, who's wanting another side connection. I do feel very strongly about someone that's there for you. Hi, Patty. Patty. Hi, honey. How are you? Hi, honey. All right. So I do feel that there's a mother figure for you. I don't remember. I know I spoke to you recently. I'm not even sure if it was Monday or last week or the week before. Please forgive me. And I don't even remember if I did other side for you. But I feel very strongly about a mother connection for you. Actually, it might be more like a grandma. But I don't know yet. But what I do see is a woman who's a little round in the stomach area. She's a full bust line. She's kind of squat or she's kind of stocky in her build, I guess is what you're saying. She's on the older side. Let me just see what else I can get about her. These are kind of hard to interpret, these things they're showing me. Very old-fashioned in her ways, simple-minded, very simple-minded, likes to cook, likes to clean, domestically oriented, seems to have a grandson or a son or someone down the family line that's under her, not just you as a female, but there's a boy under her. There's a couple of other family members that also sit in spirit with her. She says to me, cancer runs in the family. She doesn't necessarily mean she has it, and I don't know why she's saying that, but there might be some other people in spirit that you know of that have cancer, or maybe somebody on earth has cancer, but she goes to say cancer runs in the family. The original hair color that she had was brown to dark brown. She also looks like her hair was worn on the shorter side, but she shows me white hair coming in with it. She has a wider nose, a little bit like the nostrils are a little flared and wide. She says she's very knowledgeable about fatigue. Remember I was talking about fatigue? She says she's very knowledgeable about fatigue and matters of the heart. And I'm going to find out what she means by that. She says going solo and alone is a difficult thing for you. She means you, Patty, as well as other people. She says you need to find love in your life as soon as possible. Without love, nothing is complete. She is a very big believer in love and matters of the heart. So she's a person that would like to see you with someone. I don't know if that means you don't have anyone, but she wants to talk about that. Now, another little thing here that's kind of interesting is her eyes seem to be lighter in coloring, not dark, like as if they're green. Now, do you understand this, honey, for anyone you would know, or do you need more information?
No, I know who she is. That's my aunt. Yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect. She loves you very much. She's, she's kind of like, a senior member of the family trying to get you to, I don't know, she's talking about love. Like she might have been a matchmaker when she was on Earth. She kind of reminds me of that. I don't know if you need a mate. I'm just giving you her words. I don't know. Are you looking for love right now, honey? I don't know, because she just started to talk about that.
Well, I'm dating someone. I'm trying to make up my mind. Maybe that's what she's referring to.
Probably, yeah. Because she's on the subject of love. So let's finish a personal message for you, which is all about love and taking care of yourself and loving yourself. Hold on, so I want to get her vocal contact again. I love you very much, Patty. You're a good girl. You're taking care of business at home. You're taking care of business. And when she says that, she gives me the feeling like you have a good job, you take care of money, you have things, you're taking care of your life. You run your life well, is what she's meaning by that. She says the only area of your life that seems to be a little bit discordant is the area of love. She says, I wish that you could get matters right with this person. And now she gives me the feeling, not the words, but the feeling of discord, like arguments or not getting along properly. It's like you see things one way, he sees things another way, and it's hard for you to find the common ground. There's also a sense that in the beginning of the relationship, there wasn't all of this disagreement. But now there's more of, you're trying to now moderate your exact positions on things, almost like you've gone through the romantic phase of the relationship. You're getting now down to the reality of the relationship, which is two people, each of you with your own opinions and personalities. She says you will work these things out over time. She says, don't fuss too much. Things don't have to be perfect for there to be love. Sometimes there needs to be compromise, maybe more than you're willing to give right now. But she says to you, you know me, she says, I would rather have love than have perfection. So, wow. Yeah, so that's your message for today, my dear. I appreciate you calling in, honey, and I thank you very much for your words earlier, very kind words. Thank you so much, love.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you, honey.
Take care.
Thanks. Bye-bye, love.
Bye.
Okay, we'll see if there's any other side connections here needing. Here's one call from Jackie. Okay, Jackie. Hi, Jackie.
Hey, what's up? How are you?
Wow. Jackie. What's up, Jackie? Oh God, you're a good, kind person with an open heart, and by the way, a big risk taker. Okay, now I'm gonna ask you to do me a huge favor. Go to a quiet space. I need you in a quiet location. All right, thank you, sweetheart. Because I didn't even finish the words coming through for you, which is big heart, kind person, but man, you take risks, girlfriend, with your health, your life, and things you're doing. You leave yourself. You don't take care of a lot of things that matters that you need to take care of. Maybe you're living in rough circumstances right now, but it's a message that's coming in right away, right off the bat for you. It's coming in from the other side, from some loved one there that's trying to look out for you. So you leave yourself open, honey, for hurt. Okay, vulnerability. And there's a number of things that probably need to be fixed in your life before you're going to be completely safe, happy, with enough money and all these other things. And you need to nurture yourself more. Now, who's giving you this message, I'm going to find out in a moment. But somebody there is trying to look out for you and trying to tell you, honey, you're open for risk right now, and I want to see you safe. I want to see you in a good place, a safe place. Now, let's see who that is. It's saying all this to beautiful Jackie at 201 area code. Please step forward. Loving spirit. Mom. Okay, there's a mother figure here for you, love. Okay, I don't know if it's your exact mom or who it is. Okay, let's just go forward with that. Now, this particular woman does not look overweight. She looks slender, on the slender side. She looks like a grandma, perhaps. She's wearing a wig right now. She's trying to show me a picture of herself on Earth, okay? So she shows me herself as slender. She shows me herself with grayish white hair, but it's like a wig that she's wearing right now. It's got a lot of gleam into it. It's got some dark hair in it. It's got a lot of white hair in it. It's on the shorter side of the wig. It's nicely coiffed. She's got high cheekbones, a longer nose, flaring nostrils, and she's got very languid, soft eyes that are delicate and open. She's actually very pretty, but older, and slender. She's wearing pants, and she's wearing a nice top, a shell. She's wearing the color orange on the top. I have no idea why she would show me that, earrings and all. So she takes care of herself. She's slender. I think she's a grandma to you, honey, unless she's your mom. Don't let me label it. I'm going to continue a little bit. There's also a J named, you're Jackie, but is there a Joanne? There's a Joanne in the family also somewhere about there. I get a Joanne name. Does that have any significance for you, please, the name Joanne?
Anne. But also Janet.
Oh, Janet and Ann. Okay, great. Thank you. There's a Janet and there's an Ann. No, Joanne. Okay, J and Ann. All right, we'll leave it like that. Hold on. It's very, very slender. I'm going to get something more about her health, okay? See what went on with mommy or grandma, whoever the heck this is. Okay. Huh. Well, this particular woman looks like there's something going on in her ovaries and or her uterus area. Okay, so she might have, and I might be putting words in our mouth, but when I go over her body, she takes me to that area as if there's a problem in the lower intestines to abdominal area that had to do with her health and also demise and a passing, if you will. Uh, I also get the impression, although she's not fully filled that in yet, but that she would have smoked at some point in her life. Now, that's about all I can get right now. Just tell me, do you understand this, honey, from the broad stroke of it, love?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. I kind of feel she. What was that, love?
With the abdominal problems as well.
Oh, you really understand that? Okay. So you do understand that. Okay, great. Not great that she had to pass to that because she says to me it was very, very painful. And she shows me some of her pain by taking her hand, her finger, and putting it in her mouth and biting it like her finger, like, that was really rough for me. She looks like she smoked also. The one you're thinking of, did she smoke that you know of, honey? At least some part of her life she did smoke.
No, I'm not sure of that.
Just not sure of that. Okay. She's a very loving, kind person, very frail and thin towards the end of her life, lost a lot of weight with the illness. There's a lot of sickness in the family before her and after her. Other people have fallen ill in similar ways. And I think she didn't say the cancer word, but I'm kind of thinking it's that. Let me just see if I can get her to say what this is, this sickness or illness. There's a lot of cancer in the family. Do you know that, honey? Cancer?
I don't know if something else, if it got something else, when my grandfather mentioned it.
Okay. And did this woman have cancer, the one you're thinking of?
Breast cancer.
Yeah, this woman has. She didn't have cancer? Okay. Well, let me say this to you. It might not be who you're thinking of. What made you thought of it from the abdominal area? You may think of it because I could tell you this: the breast area looks problematic also. Breast area, as if she might have even had a mastectomy or something wrong with her breasts. Then I also see ovarian cancer or something like that with this particular person. I also see there was smoking at some time in there. Does that fit the one you're thinking of, or perhaps it's somebody else?
My cousin.
Your cousin, okay. Very, very, very slender, but also the wig is kind of interesting because it was white hair on the wig, not. Well, maybe it was a blonde wig. I don't really know, but it looks like it's silverish, and then there's some dark in it. Was your cousin old enough to worn hair like that, please?
Yeah, she was actually my mother's cousin.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Older, she did have silver hair.
Yeah. There she is. Okay, so we got her here.
Breast cancer.
Yeah. And I want you to know there might have been cancer in the ovaries as well. Okay, she might have, maybe it spread there, or maybe it started there, but there was female cancer going on in her body. That kind of a cancer. And also looks like she did smoke earlier in life. I don't know if she always smoked, but earlier in her life, I believe she shows me a cigarette. Okay, it's just honoring what I'm getting, love. She loves you very much. Says thank you so much for allowing her to come in. She says we weren't close that much during your life. She says, but she always felt close to you. And I get the feeling that she didn't have children of her own. Would you understand that, please, Jackie?
Well, the person I'm thinking of had a son, just one son.
Okay, so
I've never met him though.
Yeah, I can.
He's always older and gone.
Yeah. Well, then she didn't have a daughter of her own. Maybe is what she's trying to show me. She had a son, but not a daughter of her own. I don't think she was very close with her son, though. You might not know that, but I don't know. I kind of felt his energy, but it was very weak the way she was showing it to me, so I didn't even say that. Okay, let me just see what else we can get about her. She's very kind, loving, very sweet person. Something new is coming in here about her. Okay, there's a feeling about not being wanted around the house. Somebody didn't want her around the house. It might have been your cousin, your cousin, second cousin or something, but somebody doesn't want her around the house or in the house or around the house. She spent a lot of time alone in her life or not with other people, or there's a sense of loneliness and isolation in her. Could you fit that in any way, please, for this particular person?
Yes, I could.
Okay.
I could.
She's very alone most of her life. She really didn't feel cared for by many people, and also agrees that her son was not the most demonstrative or loving people in the world. And she says even to this day, now that she's in the spirit world, or now in the spirit realm, she still doesn't quite understand why that happened, because she sees herself, and she hopes you see her this way, as a loving person, fairly, what's the word for it? social and kind and loving and generous. She doesn't understand why that happened. She says for herself it was a difficult past lifetime. She's glad that it's over. She's glad now that she's gone through a clearing of energy, and now she's going to be starting a new life in the near future to come back to Earth as someone else. She's saying all this for a reason, although I don't know yet why, but something to relate to you, my dear. Okay, because these are strange messages unless we can connect them to you, right? Why would she go through all that trouble? All right, so let's see what she wants to say. She goes on about Joanne again, so maybe it's Jack. You said there's a Janet and an Ann out there, but I heard the name Joanne. She says it to me that way. So I will say it's probably Janet and Ann, but I keep hearing Joanne. Okay, hold on. They didn't like, do they know her, honey? They didn't like her very much either, she says. Do you know who they are? Janet?
Yeah.
Nan. They didn't. Yeah. She says they didn't like her very much either. They didn't pay much attention to her. She says all family members were sort of cold towards her. She says you're very much like me in many ways. You have a difficult life right now. She says you feel isolated and alone. She's coming in today to tell you don't feel so alone. I love you. She says you're not alone. She says, I will partner with you as best I can from Spirit World to help you. She says, there's many resources here for you. Don't feel that you have to go it all alone, that you have to put everything together on alone by yourself. She says there are many resources in the world of spirit working very closely with you, Jackie, to help you. You're not alone. We're all rooting for you. And I also hear your mother included, if your mother's in spirit as well, or maybe it's a grandma. They're all rooting for you. We're trying to help you as best we can. And I see now another woman pop into the scene. It reminds me of your mom or your grandma. I think it's your mother. Is your mom in spirit, honey? Is your mom in spirit left? Okay, because I see I see her ringing. I see a woman jump into the scene right now, wringing her hands. She's heavier though, heavy set. Was mom heavy set, please?
Yeah, she did before she lost the weight.
Oh, okay. Well, she's wringing her hands. She shows me fuller figured, and there she is. I'm not going to go into full discernment of her, but everybody's worried about you. We're trying to help you as best you can put things together. Now, remember the first part of the message was something about you in a very risky situation right now, and that you're very vulnerable. There's a lot of change and transition in your life. We're trying to help you get through it safely. I get the feeling of money and finances being behind all this, and that you're trying to move from one part of your life to another part of your life, and that money right now seems very, very scanty or very irregular right now, that, money coming in. She says everything will be fine, Jackie. Don't worry. Keep the faith. Does that make sense to you, please, honey?
Yes, it does.
All right, sweetheart. God bless, love, and may you have a beautiful, blessed day, honey. Thank you.
All right, thank you. You too.
Thank you, honey.
I appreciate it.
Sure. Thank you, love. Bye-bye. All right. Okay, so we're going to go to some life readings now. We've got Michelle at the top of the queue. Okay. Michelle, hi, honey.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great, love. So when you just give me a moment here. When you give me your question, do not give me background. Just give me your question, love. Okay, go ahead.
Just want some advice on my career.
Okay, so what's the question?
Well, it's about a job offer I have, and just the general.
Okay, I'll make a question up for you. Will you get the job, or will you like the job? Which one do you want me to ask? Will you get the job?
Whether I like the job in the area that I have to move to.
Okay. Now, the reason I have to have a question to begin, honey, isn't because I'm limiting your answer, and maybe you felt that way, but it's because it's the beginning point to start the process of me working with your guides. So I always start with a question. Then everything rolls out from there. So will she like this job? Yes or no, Spirit? It's where I'm going to start from, Michelle. Hold on. It is going to work out for you. There will be more money in the long run, although I feel there's a compromise here right now. I feel a little disappointment around the salary offered. Now, you've been offered the job, honey? Or you're not sure about it? Because I'll look at that also.
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
I'm just worried about the area. too.
Yeah.
Everything, really.
Okay. Well, the first thing is the money will be good in the long run, even though there's a little disappointment around the money. I just want to reiterate that. It isn't that far away from home where you're living now. So I don't know what you mean by area. Do you mean geography, or do you mean downtown? Or what do you mean by area, honey?
It's 6 hours, and it's in the desert, so it's different.
Oh, so you're going to have to move then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let me go to that. Will she like that area, yes or no, Spirit? Yes or no? You will like it. It's going to be a change. And to be honest with you, I feel you need a change right now. It'll be a breath of fresh air, even though you'll be in a more arid climate, which you didn't think you would like. But Spirit is saying that you might find it very refreshing. You'll have more energy within the confines of that environment. As well, it's going to be an athletic kind of outdoorsy kind of mindset there, and there will be enough people there to keep you stimulated, and socially it will be good as well. I also see a man there, so that means you're either going with a man there or you're going to meet a man there, but I think you're going to meet a man there, and that you will like it very, very much. So it's not really going to be a problem for you, is what I'm getting. I'm getting positives. Getting positives.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're going to like it very much. I know there's a lot of apprehension. Is 203, where is that? 203 area code. Is that California?
No, it's actually Connecticut, but I live in California.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought it was Connecticut. I'm like, arid climate? Wow, 6 hours away? There's no 6 hour away desert in Connecticut. But you're going to like it, and it's going to be a lot more fun than you thought. So don't despair. Get ready for a beautiful experience. They're actually showing me you kind of going down a roller coaster, having fun. So it's a big fun adventure for you, and it's going to be a lot better than you think it is. And also your money will go farther in that area than where you live now, so you'll stretch the dollar. You'll have more money for fun things. You might be doing more outdoorsy things like whitewater rafting and or just hiking or what have you. I also feel that there will be some mountain areas around there which will allow you to go from cool, dry, from dry, warmer weather up to cooler weather, back and forth. You'll have all these kind of things going on that you didn't even think about. So it's very positive. Okay?
Okay, yeah. Okay, great.
All right,
Thank
love.
you.
You're welcome, love. Have a wonderful day, honey. Thanks. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to go to Jennifer, who's wanting a healing. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, lovey. So yeah. So thank you so much for connecting with us today. Let me just take a quick look at you energetically, honey, before I ask what your healing is in. I may ask, but I just want to see something first. Jennifer, 724. Okay, the most important area I'm getting for you is when I look at you, I see that you're worried. Is more of an emotional, spiritual thing that is the issue here. Although a secondary place I'm taken to is in a physical way is more like the stomach area. Maybe you're worried about something that has to do with health that is in your body. But the first area gives a lot of confusion, a lot of discord in your life, and you're really not sure where to go next. Now, can you tell me if that's what you want the healing on, or if it's something else? Please let me know.
Thank you. Actually, that kind of really hits the target. But I also have like some lumbar pain in my right side of my back.
Oh, okay. That's why I was taking.
I don't think it's serious, but it seems kind of like an unusual thing that I'm not used to, that I've been dealing with for about a year now.
Yeah. Okay, so that's why I was taken down in the abdominal area, but it's in the lumbar back region. Okay, interesting. Perfect. Okay. So the first thing I'm getting is that usually when we have lumbar pain, and this is in case for you, is that because you're worried. You see, lumbar region of the back is financial status structure. Okay. Also, it has to do with identity and what you should do next in your life. And I think that that's what the worry is about. And I'm going to go to that in a moment. Let's just see what the worry is there. Self-security, feeling secure about yourself, financially, in other ways. I also get that you've had to let go of something recently to allow something new to come in and not to worry about if the new thing will come in. I'm not on the healing yet. I'm just gathering information of what needs to be healed. So there's a self-security issue they keep telling me about, feeling secure of yourself, not only financially, but also in status. I also hear change of location. I also hear loss of something and then starting something new. So if I didn't know any better, it sounds like you've gone through a divorce, or you've lost some status that you had before, and now you have to go through a porthole to get to the next phase of your life. Is that correct, please?
Well, there's been some changes. Not exactly a divorce. I left a job that a person I worked with was very toxic for me.
Okay.
And lied about my character. And I didn't really feel like I got the level of support from the agency that placed me there, and that was needed. And it was just kind of like, well, I got my experience, but it's not the place for me. So I didn't think it would happen, but I was like, I got sick of it and I left. So
okay.
I'm looking for new opportunities.
Okay.
Like my fiance, that I'm with, like sometimes I just don't feel as emotionally connected to him. But I know that he loves me and he cares for me. So I just kind of, wonder if it's always like a monetary thing, like if I'm doing well and I can contribute, like the love is there, but if I can't, then if there's like a distance, like if it's always going to be about money kind of a thing.
Yeah. Okay. So let me just bring it all together. So there's a divorce in the sense of losing that job or leaving that job. There's a separation, a little bit of feeling of anxiety about the relationships. It's not full-fledged divorce, but sometimes okay, this you know what it is, love? The stress of what you're going through now is affecting your relationship with him. When we're not secure as individuals, it leans in and puts pressure on our significant other or intimate relationships. And if the relationship, so we're going to do some healing on this, if the relationship with self is somehow breached or weak, then it rolls out and affects everything else. We need to be very, very secure to be in a harmonious, loving relationship. So not that this person isn't good, but it's just that you're not feeling so great right now about some status situations in your life. And when all those things are better, then the relationship, this is what I'm getting, will get better. So I'm not going to focus as much on that because that's a symptom. But the cause seems to be you having faith in being in the void, and then allowing yourself to follow flow, and that this is a systemic thing. This followed you in from past lives. It's a soul contract for this life that you would learn better. And by the way, it seems like you've always had these setups in your life over and over and over again, where you have to face a void, a vacuum of something, where you don't know where the mana or the bread or the love, whatever the thing is you want or need, is going to come from. You've had to face the darkness more than once. The reason you've had this is because your soul is wanting you to learn how to trust spirit more. So that's what we'll do, a little healing on that. May I go in that direction, please?
Yes, that's fine.
All right, love. So the first area I'm going to go into is the lumbar region, which is also near the sacral and solar plexus. I'm going to be sending in healing energy there, love and light, and I'm going to be sending in the right colors for each of those chakras. So I'm sending in coral for the sacral. I'm sending in sunflower yellow for the solar plexus. I'm also sending in healing energy for the lumbar spine, like an aspirin. That's a topical kind of energy, pranic healing. Sending that in now to relieve and relax the muscles in that area, which are causing you pain. And it's like allowing you to notice that you have deep-rooted insecurity issues that need to be healed this lifetime. So the pain is good in that respect, and that it's alerted us. It's a symptom of the cause. And so now I'm going to send in the suggestions for healing into those particular chakras. Jennifer is extremely creative. She knows how to do things her way. She is reinforced in a money way and in a creative way each time she takes on a new project. Work is coming quickly for her that mirrors herself on a deep fundamental level. Now I'm going to go to the crown and the third eye, which is where all this discord is coming from. Particularly third eye, I'm sending in beautiful violet light. It's interesting, when I go to your third eye, see a huge eye there. Every third eye is a little different. Beautiful big third eye. It's like a regular human eye, the way they show it. It's looking up to the sky, and it's looking up to the left. Let me see here. Is that your left brain? Okay. The left cerebral cortex. Ah, interesting how spirit works symbolically. So what they're trying to do is show me that your third eye, which is our intuitive creative self, is focused in on worry. Worry comes from the left brain. So what I'm going to do is reset it so it's centered and we stop going to worry all the time. That's part of your healing. So what I'm doing now is sending a beautiful white light into the third eye, repositioning it so it looks ahead and it looks behind, and it has a three-dimensional or a 360-degree perception, as a third eye should. It's being placed, your third eye, Jennifer's third eye, is now in the right place so that it can see past, present, future, can see up, down, and all around to guide her properly so that her compass, her inner balance, her connection to source and spirit is perfected, so that she is on point and personally balanced and connected to source. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Jennifer is now healed to be herself and to be aligned with source, God, her spiritual guidance system, her divine beings that guide her. She does this on a daily basis. She connects. The way you will connect on a daily basis is what I'm about to do with color and light. I'm going to pull in white light from source into your crown, putting it down through the body and eliminating any toxicity that sits within your system. I'm pulling in green light up through the feet and up through all the chakras and out through the head. This is a clearing and healing energy. And now, finally, I'm pulling in pink violet light through the crown, down through the body to set your vibration into the earth so that you will walk in a frequency that is highest light and love. It's the miracle frequency of Buddha and Christ consciousness. Allowing yourself this exercise on a daily basis will remind yourself through action, through the meditation, that you are of higher frequency, love and light, and that there is nothing to fear, for you are now gifted sight. Now, what we mean by that, your guides mean by this, is that when we are working with spirit, we are working with vision that is omniscient. We need not fear the dark because we're in the light. And so what they're saying to you now is they've brought you from the darkness to the light. So this is a healing principle for you. Each time that you feel insecure, like, I don't know where the money's going to come from. I never get the right work for myself. Now my relationship is giving me problems. Those are all your dark side creeping up. We all have it. Okay, don't feel badly. Yeah. Okay, do that exercise I just did for you. It's recorded, and you can also do that little poem prayer. Okay, my dear?
Thank you so much.
Thank you, love. You have a beautiful, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to go to Craig, who has a life question. I believe that I would be going to him next. Oops, I can't, Craig. I will go to you after. There's somebody else who's actually been waiting longer but sits at the bottom of the queue. And then I will go to Craig. Evelyn, please give me just your question, my dear.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hello. I want to open up a business this year.
Okay. And your question is, can you open it? Will you open it?
Yes. Yes.
Can she open it? I'm going to just choose the question. Hold on. 602 area code Evelyn. Yes, you will open the business just as you perceive it to be run. Will it be successful? Hold on. It will be successful. Whatever you have in the idea of this business is particularly correct. I don't know why I get June very strong, or 6. The number 6 could also mean 6 months away, but I kind of feel June. I also see a lot of yellow around it. I guess that means money, but it also means summer. So during the summer, it's going to start to get very active. You're going to love it. You have plans for it that are very accurate. It will work for you. You've been wanting to do this for a long time. Finally is the time. The money will be there. Let me just see what they mean by that. Money. This is for Evelyn. The money is going to be there. Well, it's already there. They say you already have the funding to start the business. You've been saving up, or somehow they tell me you've saved up, or you have maybe a little bit of cash to take you through the beginning of it. But eventually, the money will come in from the business, just as you're hoping. I also see that you might be considering getting a loan in case it doesn't come from the business. But I'm getting that it will actually fund itself. It'll grow rather rapidly. It feels somehow in a service-oriented business of providing things to others that they need, that will bring them entertainment and or joy, anywhere from food. I don't know exactly what this is, because it could go for a few things, but it could be a restaurant, it could be food, it could be some kind of goods you're selling. Now, from everything you know about the business, honey, does this make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. You're going to love it, by the way. You're going to absolutely love it. It's like a crystal.
I will. Okay.
Yeah, it's a crystal dream for you. I don't know what they're saying by that. Meaning it's like an essence for you. It's the essence of who you are comes through this business. You will shine beautifully in the business. And there'll be parts of yourself that are called to the fore and activated when you're doing this business that you didn't even know were there. But when you get into it, you're going to realize, oh, now I know why I wanted to do this business, because you have a unique creativity and style that has to do with connecting with others in a charismatic way, and it also seems like something to do with hospitality, and that it works for you, and it brings out parts of you that are very much meant to be. So go forward, my dear.
Do they have a location?
Near.
The business will depend on location, so I was wondering about that.
Well, not that far from where you live is what I'm getting. There won't be much of a commute. That's what I'm getting.
Okay.
Okay, not that far away, honey, from home. Okay, love?
Oh, very good. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, honey. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, I'm going to go to Craig. Hey, Craig. Hi, honey.
Hey, good afternoon. Thank you for taking my call.
Absolutely. What is it we can do for you? Please just give me the question. No background, honey.
Question is, do you see me getting involved in politics and actually become a politician?
Yes, I do. Let's see what goes on with that. Well, I want to give you details. Well, first of all, you love it. You're very good at it. You have a way about you that is you're like you're an orator. You know how to communicate. You also have stage presence. People like you. You're also very creative and gifted thinker. It's not just about politics. It's also about something more to this, love, because I think one of the hidden objections you have to this is that you're really not a bureaucrat, love. You're not a government kind of person. You are a creative thinker / entrepreneur. So what I see happening here is politics for a while, but then something unique you create from it that then becomes a business or an entrepreneurial effort that goes along with this. I don't feel that it will only be government work for you. I feel there'll be other things to go along with it. Perhaps writing a book or doing public speaking or something like that goes along with advisory services, that kind of thing. I also see you moving to Washington, D.C. as a senator. So I don't know if that's what your goal is or where you're thinking, but I kind of see you ending up there. It is. Perfect. You're going to love it.
All right.
You're going to love it. And
okay, well, thank you.
You're welcome, honey.
Thank you very much.
God bless. We need people like you. Thank you. Thank you, love.
God bless you too.
Okay. Bye-bye, honey. Bye. All right, everybody, I want to thank you all so much for calling in today.
90 seconds.
And if you would like a private session with me, just go to booklaura.com and you will receive a 25% discount if you put in radio show in the event code field. I look forward to working with you again on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, or whatever that translates to your time zone. Thank you so much for listening. Namaste.
Thank you for using